This one overlooked survival skill quietly kept millions alive during Europe's darkest economic collapse. If you care about serious history and hard-earned survival knowledge, you're in the right place. Warpaths of Europe exists for viewers who want more than surface-level documentaries. So before we begin, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment with the era you think modern society misunderstands the most. Now, let's get straight to the skill that could have softened the Great Depression's worst blows, yet was widely ignored when it mattered most. The forgotten skill was practical repair and material salvage as a daily discipline. Across Europe before the First World War, repair was not a hobby or a fallback plan. It was embedded into daily life. Clothing was rewoven, shoes were resoled multiple times, furniture was reinforced rather than replaced, and tools were handed down for generations. When the Great Depression hit in the late 1920s, industrial Europe had already shifted toward cheap mass production and planned replacement. Entire populations had lost the knowledge to maintain what they owned. Money vanished, credit froze, and suddenly millions were dependent on systems that no longer functioned. Repair culture collapsed just before it was needed most. By the 1920s, urban Europeans increasingly relied on factory-made goods that were cheaper to replace than to fix. Apprenticeships in trades declined, home workshops disappeared, and even basic skills like mending leather or sharpening tools faded away. When unemployment soared and wages collapsed, households lacked the ability to extend the life of essential items. In rural regions where repair culture survived longer, families endured with far less suffering because they could keep boots wearable, stoves functional, and farming tools operational without cash. Salvage turned ruins and waste into survival infrastructure. In cities like Berlin, Vienna, and parts of Eastern Europe, people who understood salvage gained a decisive advantage. Wood from collapsed buildings became fuel and furniture. Scrap metal was reforged into tools. Broken machinery was cannibalized to keep essential equipment running. Those without this skill waited for aid that often never came. Those with it quietly rebuilt functionality from debris. Salvage was not scavenging chaos. It was methodical reuse, guided by experience. You know, repair knowledge also preserved social stability during economic collapse. Repair skills created informal economies when official markets failed. A person who could fix a stove, patch a coat, or recondition a hand tool could trade services for food, coal, or lodging. This kept communities functioning when currency became unreliable. In parts of Europe hit hardest by hyperinflation, repairers became essential nodes in local survival networks. Their value was measurable and immediate. This skill remains directly applicable today for survival-minded historians. Learning practical repair today, well, it really mirrors the same advantage it offered during the Great Depression. Being able to maintain footwear, you see, extends mobility when supply chains fail. Repairing hand tools ensures food production continues without replacement parts. Salvaging usable materials from damaged structures provides shelter and fuel without dependence on external aid. Even simple abilities like reinforcing furniture, sealing leaks, or restoring mechanical function create resilience that, honestly, money alone cannot guarantee. History's lesson is simple, and frankly, a bit uncomfortable. Societies collapse faster when people forget how to maintain what they already have. The Great Depression exposed that weakness across Europe. Those who retained repair and salvage skills didn't romanticize hardship. They survived it with discipline and competence. If this kind of serious historical analysis matters to you, subscribe to Warpaths of Europe. Share this video with someone who values real survival knowledge, and leave a comment with the skill you think history wrongly abandoned.